Hello guys, I'm Tafaza Zinetsok. I'm currently studying journalism and digital media studies at Midlands State University. I'm a level 2 student and this is Josiah Kai, who is at my high start. Hey Josiah, can you give a brief introduction about yourself?
Hi Tafaza, how are you?
I'm good.
I'm good. My name is Josiah Kai. I'm a level 4 student studying media and cultural studies here at Midlands State University. That's why.
Okay. Why did you choose media and cultural studies?
As for me personally, I had passion about media. That's why I had to study media. Because why? Because media is the eye of the world. It is the eye. So it sees everything. So it is something which can bring a change within a country. Being it in terms of development, being it in terms of exposing things which are affecting the community or a certain country for development. So as for me, I'm eager to learn something to bring a change within a country.
Okay.
My Zimbabwe.
Alright. Okay, Josiah, of all the universities, why did you choose Midlands State University for this program?
Media, MSU, Midlands State University, I think is the second best university here in Zimbabwe. But when it comes to media, it's one of the best in Zimbabwe. So, with regards to that, being it like MSU, I'm sure in terms of numbers, it's one of the biggest here in Zimbabwe. So obviously, studying media will give me a chance to see what are the factors which are affecting the students, what are the factors which are also affecting the Shahani as a community. So that's why I had to go for MSU.
Alright, Josiah. Can you please tell the interviewers what are the challenges you are actually facing in pursuing this program and the benefits of this program?
Okay. The first thing, when it comes to the disadvantage, one of the things which affected us by the time we had to say we are now going to Midlands State University was the issue of COVID-19, which forced us to resort to what we call e-learning, where we had to study online without doing a one-on-one lessons. Media is practical, whereby you had to know for you to engage the public, what do you have to do. That's why what we call what we call ethics. So if you don't know the ethics, being into your studying it online, it becomes hard because you have to interact with the lecturer online, and yet we would face challenges of data, and yet we would know data and also electricity and stuff. So it was very challenging for us. By the time we get to Midlands State University, I think this is one of the major things which actually affected us when it comes to the media. But when it comes to studying and stuff, it was quite good, because as for me, I had to study. I had to go for my attachment at Star FM, where I had to network and interact with the different people, with the prominent people, being the ministers. I can give you one of my example. When I had to cover the European Union Day, where around the 54 European countries, they had to come at that particular event, the WISE reopening, and it was actually a big day for me because I had to interact with WISE. To me, it was a privilege. The other thing, I also had to go to Victoria Falls, where I had to stay at Elephant Hills for a 1 week, where I had to network and interact with the leaders, because it was the 9th edition of the Public Service Day. So it was a great opportunity because I had to network and interact with other foreign leaders. So it's actually good to start media, because you would interact in network.
Alright.
Yeah.
I've ever said you've interacted with so many leaders. I'm actually interested and eager want to know what are your future goals, and after graduating or after pursuing this program, because you seems to be an interesting person, so I'd like to know what are your future goals.
As for me, when I finish my degree, I'm still young. So I can also, one of the things which I'm considering is to venture into another career, which I cannot expose right now. Yeah, it's another career as well. But the fact remains being, I will still study media and cultural studies. Why? Because media is all about the society. Because why? Because we are now living in a globalization society where we are now competing with other countries for development. So as for me, I'm someone who who is an advocate, who in future will be maybe a patriotic, a Pan-Africanist, who will be advocating for a change within the Africa context. Why? Because the Europeans, they look down upon us. So it's all about Africa being developed to be one of the most leading countries, like Dubai, which once was a desert.
Okay. There's someone or some people who are watching us right now who actually have this perspective which says media is a dead profession. What's your take on this?
Media is alive. Why? Because every day it's all about the media. For you to get informed, for you to be entertained, for you to be educated, it's all about the media. So how can you say media is dead and it's a live thing? Because every day we rely on media, being it social media, being it traditional media, even those ones who are in the rural areas or the marginalized area, they rely on the radio, which is the tradition. For them to be involved, they rely on that media. So it is something which is alive, because for us to be entertained through music, through songs, different songs, through artists, through whatever, the movies and stuff, that's media. So media is alive because it is the source of entertainment, education, and informing.
All right. What piece of advice would you give a young man or young woman, like a young man like you or a young woman like me, who would like to start media?
That the best advice which I can give to them is that media is the best way to go. Why? Because as for now, we are now living in the digital world, which everything which you have to do relies on the media. For you to be employed with media, you can be employed at any company, being it in terms of PR, being it in terms of marketing. Because why? Because there is now a digital advertising. For a company to prosper, there should be digital advertising. There's a lot which you can talk about when it comes to media. So it's a big thing. Even the other thing, you cannot separate media with the politics. Some of the leaders whom you can consider to them the presidential to be the president of another certain country, usually they rise through media, because you cannot separate media with politics. I can give you an example. As for me, I'm also someone who is passionate about leadership.
Okay.
With me, Pandekura, like from high school, I was also a leader. As for now, I'm also into leadership. So if you are passionate about leadership, this is also the part where you can say, I can go with this path for you to rise. So media is the best thing.
Thank you, Mr. Josiah, for this interview. It was a successful interview. I'm your host, Tafaza Zinetoka. I would like to thank our cameraman, Leroy Mpari. Thank you.